Imagine a time when Christmas magic lived not on streaming screens, but on glowing televisions the size of small refrigerators. The living room was dim except for the twinkle of tinsel and the warm hum of a tube set. Families gathered close, popcorn in hand, as a single broadcast carried the season's spirit into millions of homes. There were no rewinds, no reruns, just one precious night each year when a special would air, and if you missed it, you waited another 12 months. These weren't just shows, they were rituals stitched into the fabric of growing up in the 60s and 70s. Today, many of those programs have quietly disappeared, tucked away in dusty film vaults or lost to time. But for those who remember, they remain glowing memories of simpler Christmases past. Here are 15 lost Christmas shows kids from that golden era still wish would come back. 1. The Littlest Angel, 1969. A gentle story about a small angel trying to find the perfect gift for baby Jesus. The Littlest Angel aired just once on NBC. Based on Charles Tazewell's 1946 story, it combined live action and musical segments that wrapped faith, innocence, and hope into a single hour. Viewers still recall the tender performance by Johnny Whitaker and the hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. It faded from rotation as networks shifted toward more commercial holiday fare. Yet, for many, that little angel still lives on, not in reruns, but in memory. To the Homecoming, A Christmas Story, 1971. Before the Waltons became a beloved TV series, there was The Homecoming. Set in Depression-era Virginia, it told the story of a father trying to get home through a snowstorm on Christmas Eve. Richard Thomas and Patricia Neal brought warmth and realism that felt almost like peeking through a neighbor's window. The special's success launched the long-running series, but this original, quieter version remains the most heartfelt. It vanished from holiday programming, overshadowed by its own spin-off. 3. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, 1962. This was the very first animated holiday special ever shown on television, years before Rudolph or Frosty. Jim Backus voiced the nearsighted Ebenezer Scrooge with humor and surprising depth. The jazzy score, written by Jules Stein and Bob Merrill, gave Dickens' classic a Broadway feel. For decades, it replayed every December until licensing rights scattered it to obscurity. Still, older viewers can hum Razzleberry Dressing without missing a beat. 4. The House Without a Christmas Tree, 1972. Based on Gail Rock's book, this CBS special told of a young girl in Nebraska who just wants a tree to brighten her father's grieving heart. It won an Emmy for its writing, but aired only a few times before fading. The simple sets, soft piano score, and heartfelt message about forgiveness and healing struck a deep chord with families. Its realism made it timeless, even as it quietly disappeared from modern screens. 5. Yes, Virginia, There is a Santa Claus, 1974. This animated retelling of the famous 1897 newspaper editorial captured the purity of belief through a child's eyes. Katharine Hepburn lent her voice as the wise editor who answers Virginia's letter, making it both sophisticated and tender. Airing on CBS, it was elegant and moving, but was later overshadowed by newer, flashier animations. Today, it's rarely found, except on rare VHS transfers and memories of parents who once watched it huddled under blankets. 6. Nestor, The Long-Eared Christmas Donkey, 1977. From the creators of Rudolph, this Rankin/Bass special told of a humble donkey who helps carry Mary to Bethlehem. The claymation style was familiar, but the story's emotional weight, loss, faith, and destiny made it unforgettable. Yet, compared to its shinier cousins, Nestor slipped quietly off the annual schedule. Those who saw it as children still remember shedding a few tears that Christmas Eve. 7. A Smokey Mountain Christmas, 1986, but aired in reruns with 70s staples. Though slightly later, this Dolly Parton-led special carried the soul of 70s TV. With country charm, orphan kids, and a sprinkle of Appalachian magic, it became a cozy Southern favorite. Dolly's songs wrapped the story in homespun warmth. But as TV grew glossier, its reruns dwindled. it remains a treasured VHS find for fans who grew up in small-town America. 8. The Bear Who Slept Through Christmas 1973. Voiced by Tommy Smothers, this animated gem told of Theodore Bear's quest to discover Christmas instead of hibernating. It blended gentle humor with melancholy reflection, the kind that made both kids and adults pause. The special aired just twice on NBC before fading into obscurity. But its message, that curiosity and wonder never truly sleep, still feels timeless. 9. A Family Circus Christmas 1979. Based on the beloved comic strip, this CBS special captured family life with heartwarming accuracy. The gentle laughter, the kids' squabbles, and the snow-covered neighborhoods looked like real-life suburbia. It was a reflection of simpler parenting and childhood innocence. As newer cartoon styles took over, Family Circus fell from the holiday lineup, leaving behind only faint echoes of laughter. 10. The City That Forgot About Christmas 1974. Produced by Lutheran Television, this beautifully simple animated story followed a carpenter named Benji, who rediscovers the meaning of Christmas. Its hand-drawn charm and moral clarity made it feel like something a Sunday school might show, and that's exactly what made it special. It disappeared as faith-based programming left mainstream TV, but it lives on in the hearts of those who first saw it on quiet Sunday mornings. 11. The Night the Animals Talked 1970. A deeply symbolic, almost surreal special about Bethlehem's stable animals discovering speech on the night of Jesus' birth. Its minimalist animation and haunting choral music gave it a sacred tone that stood apart from the jollier fare of the time. For kids, it was mysterious. For adults, spiritual. Perhaps too solemn for advertisers, it vanished after a few reruns, but remains one of TV's most hauntingly beautiful lost treasures. 12. A Cosmic Christmas 1977. This Canadian special aired on US networks and stunned kids with its mix of sci-fi and holiday spirit. Aliens visit Earth to understand Christmas, and a lonely boy shows them the meaning of kindness. Early viewers compared its look to Star Wars, which had just premiered. It was bold, strange, and touching, but never re-aired. For many, it was their first taste of holiday wonder with a cosmic twist. 13. The Stingiest Man in Town 1956, rerun through the 70s. Originally a live musical adaptation of A Christmas Carol, it starred Basil Rathbone as Scrooge and aired in black and white. In the 70s, an animated remake by Rankin/Bass introduced it to a new generation. Both versions vanished as color programming took over, but fans still call it one of the most faithful and musically rich tellings of Dickens ever made. 14. The Year Without a Santa Claus 1974. While still remembered, many forget that this stop-motion classic nearly disappeared in the late 80s due to distribution rights. Geek Miser and Snow Miser's songs became legends, yet the original annual broadcasts faded. Its temporary loss made it even more mythical. But were you there when it aired? Moment that defined holiday TV nostalgia. 15. John Denver and the Muppets. A Christmas Together 1979. A harmony of music, sincerity, and felt-covered humor, this ABC special felt like Christmas personified. Denver's quiet sincerity met the Muppets' joyful chaos, creating an unforgettable hour of laughter and heart. But because of licensing issues with songs and performers, it vanished from regular airplay. Still, for those who saw it, hearing The Peace Carol can bring tears faster than any modern remake ever could. Looking back, these lost Christmas shows were more than entertainment. They were gatherings. They united families, communities, and generations through a shared sense of wonder. Today, we have endless content at our fingertips, but something's missing. That feeling of waiting all week, of tuning in together, of believing that one night on TV could bring real magic. Progress gave us convenience, but it also took away the beautiful scarcity that made moments like these so unforgettable. Which of these specials do you remember? Or maybe there's one your parents still talk about every December. Tell me in the comments. I love hearing your stories. And if you'd like to keep the past alive with me, please subscribe. I'm just a small channel trying to bring back the warmth of forgotten times, one memory at a time.